Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to a brand new video. If you haven't already, please make sure you do subscribe to the channel because we are trying to hit 650 subscribers. We're getting close to that mark, so please subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you enjoy, and comment down below your thoughts on the player we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about that a bit later because the first thing I want to talk about is the transfer window and how it's going to actually work. Because some people may still be confused about how the transfer window is going to work. We've been told how it's going to work right here. So ahead of the club's return to the Premier League this summer, transfer window will likely prove key to Leeds United's survival in the Premier League. And the 2025 summer window is going to be different to what it normally is. There will be, in effect, be two transfer windows. So there's going to be two transfer windows, basically, this summer due to an exceptional registration. Due to an exceptional registration period relating to the FIFA Club World Cup. Because we have the FIFA Club World Cup, that's what's going to happen. Firstly, the summer transfer window will open early for a 10-day period on Sunday, June 1st, before closing at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, June 10th. So it's a pretty short window. It's 9 days, and it's going to end on the 7 p.m. on Tuesday. So it's a weird time for a transfer window to end at 7 p.m. The early window has been created to help teams competing in the FIFA Club World Cup, providing an opportunity for them to get business done before the competition starts on June 14th. But the window does not just apply to the teams competing in the competition, effectively also offering an extra chance for every Premier League side to sign players. After being shut for 6 days, the summer transfer window will then reopen on Monday, June 16th. So then it'll be reopened 6 days later. And stay open for another 11 weeks until transfer deadline day on Monday, the 1st of September. And another big change this year's deadline day of the final this year's deadline on the final day of the window will also be at 7 p.m., having previously been 4 hours later at 11 p.m. So they've changed the time of when it's going to end for both at 7 p.m. So both transfer windows are going to end at 7 p.m. So that's just a talk on how the transfer window is going to work and how it's going to be a bit different this time, and it's going to end even earlier time-wise. So yeah, and the next thing we have to talk about is the player that we are going for. We are linked to. Release clause active this summer as Leeds United eye bargain swoop of 14-goal striker has been reported. Leeds United are expected to sign a top-level striker ahead of their Premier League return this summer. Leeds United have been linked with fresh interest in FC St. Gallen striker William Gubels ahead of their return to the Premier League. A new striker will be top of Daniel Farke's summer shopping list as he prepares for a life as a Premier League manager, with a busy and expensive summer on the cards at Ellen Road. Premier League experience is needed throughout the squad, but Leeds are also expected to recruit from abroad. Deployed a hybrid approach to their transfer business that has brought success so far into the 49ers enterprises, which it has, you know. There's a feeling across English football that better value can be found on the continent, and while there are obvious risks regarding adaptation, European arrivals can very quickly prove to be a bargain, and Leeds have got plenty right on that front. Not least 2.8 million, of course, for Ayo Tanaka that we signed from Fortuna Düsseldorf in the second German division. So that's a thing you have to talk about as well. Like, we could sign these players, and like, I don't want people to be like, they're from that league, or you know, they're not from like a top, like, look at where we got Ayo Tanaka from, the second division in Germany. Like, that's where we got him from, and he's probably Premier League level, in my opinion. I think he's good enough to make it to the step up to the Premier League. We'll have to wait and see on that, but yeah. And so while established Premier League frontmen such as Callum Wilson and Beto are thought to be on Leeds' radar, so too is St. Gallen striker Goebbels. I'm probably saying that completely wrong. The 23-year-old was first linked with a move to Ellen Road in January, and now the Sunday Mirror claim interest could be reignited with a cut price deal on the cards. Yeah, so it looks like maybe we can get a cut price deal for him. The national newspaper claims a release clause worth of £4.6 million will become active following the end of St. Gallen's current campaign, with Leeds United re-emerging as a possible suitors. And that could present a real bargain, given Gibels has been in red-hot form with 14 goals and 3 assists in 31 Swiss Super League appearances. But if Leeds are to pursue a move for Gibels, they will not be alone, with reports from German naming Bundesliga side Union Berlin as a possible destination for the St. Gallen striker. The report from Kicker via Berliner, oh my god, Berliner Kurier claims Ellen Road Chiefs and relegated Premier League club Ipswich Town are also bidding for him. His contract ends in 2027. Gibbs quoted saying in the Berlin Kurier report, "Let's see what happens. Offers at the moment, I don't know exactly what I'm really interested in. If there are offers, we'll discuss them." So basically, he's talking about how like he is basically like he might leave. He might leave. Now let's talk about gameplay and how much game time he's actually had. So he signed for St. Gallen's back in the 22-23 season, and if you look at his career, he hasn't really played much minutes game time wise until the last 2 seasons. So yeah, he was at Lyon playing in Ligue 1, where he only played 2 games in the league with 31 minutes played, and played 1 game in the Europa League for 45 minutes. So he played a half in the Europa League, and that was it. He then went on to play for Monaco, where he played 1 game in La Liga. Sorry, he played 1 game in Ligue 1. Oh my god, for 7 minutes. So he only played 7 minutes in the 18-19 season. He then played in the 2020-2021 season for 15 games for 304 minutes as well. So he played a bit more minutes, playing 14 of those games in the league with 296 minutes played in the league, and 1 game in the Coupe de France, which was 1 game for 8 minutes. He then went on to join another club in Ligue 1, where he played 22 games this time in the league for 546 minutes, and 4 games in the Cup for 189 minutes, putting that total to 26 games played in 735 minutes. He then went to St. Gallen's, and his first season there, he played 17 games in the league for only 380 minutes, scoring 2 goals that season. And that was basically it. And then the last 2 seasons is where he's been actually given game time. The 23-24 season, he was given 32 matches played with 1,935 minutes played with 8 goals and 5 assists. All of those in the Swiss Super League. And then this season, of course, we talked about it. He has played in 31 games in the league with 2,277 minutes played with 14 goals and 3 assists. He's also played 9 games in the Conference League for 692 minutes played with 2 goals, 0 assists, which brings the total to 40 games played, 2,969 minutes played, 16 goals, and 3 assists throughout the 24-25 season. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of him, if anyone knows anything more about him than I do, because let's be real, don't know anything about him really as a player and how he actually performs as a player. But it's another player we're linked to. It looks like we are going to try and find a striker and sign a striker. Now, will we sign more than 1 striker? I have a feeling the way we're linked with a couple, I can see us signing 2 strikers, and that could be a possible thing to be like Joseph might be going, and, you know, maybe even Pirro or Bamford, you know. But I don't think Bamford leaves, because I don't know who comes in for him. That's the problem. I don't think anyone comes in for Bamford, which for me, when we're looking at all these strikers and linked with all these strikers, it kind of makes me feel like we're either going to loan Joseph out, or he's going to be sold if a club come in for like 20 million, and we'll be like, yeah, we'll take the money. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.